And let's move on to talk about your profile. Your profile in LinkedIn is like oxygen to the human body. It's absolutely critical. There's some gurus would have you believe that the LinkedIn profile is everything. It is absolutely critical, but it isn't everything. I would describe it as one of the 2 P's. You need a fantastic profile, but you need to get out there prospecting. You've got to be active in what you do on LinkedIn. An optimized profile is definitely going to get you found in more search results, and you're going to be able to make a higher number of connections. So it's absolutely critical. And you're going to get various statistics within LinkedIn which helps you judge how good or bad your profile is. To start with, they give you a profile strength indicator, which they've got 5 levels, but by inference they really mean the 6 levels. There's beginner level right up to profile strength of all-star level 5, but that's still saying there's more you can do beyond that. So as a bare minimum, you should all have an all-star profile listing. If you haven't, it means you need to really do a lot more work. And as I said, the all-star rating is just the highest LinkedIn rating. It doesn't mean you can't do more with your profile. It just means they say you need to get to that as a good benchmark. Your profile is going to influence the success with whatever strategy you apply within LinkedIn. So whether you are, I'm just hesitating, I'm not sure if you're seeing the slides yet.
Graham, yeah, we're seeing your slides perfectly.
You can see the slides.
Hi, Graham. Yeah, we can see your slides perfectly okay.
Okay. So it's going to, whatever strategy you apply to your profile, whether you're trying to get referrals or found in searches, or you're doing paid ads, or you're doing group activity, whichever method, you will not be successful unless you've got a highly optimized profile. So the quality of your profile is going to determine lots of different things. It's going to determine if a member accepts your connection request. It will also determine whether a member chooses to connect with you, how long a visitor may actually look at your profile, and your success within groups. Because however people interact with your profile, if it's not complete, and I'll be giving you some examples in a minute, then they may either view you as professional or amateur on your profile. And that's why it's absolutely critical that your profile is highly optimized and complete. Now, when you're writing your profile, it's not about you. It's all about the visitors to your profile. It's all about them. It's that term, what's in it for me, for them asking, your visitors are asking that question, what's in it for me? You have to ask yourself what your visitors are looking for. What are the right keywords that potential clients could be searching for? What is their pain? What best describes you and your services to your potential clients? Is it business coach, financial advisor, lawyer, accountant, marketing strategist, sales trainer, whatever it might be? You remember earlier I mentioned that Maggie had said she was using the search term speaker coach, or speaker coaching, I think it was. So it's about determining what is the best search term. Now, you could go and do some research using the Google keyword tool, because there's no specific tools within LinkedIn which will show you what's being searched within LinkedIn. The good guide is what are people looking for generally. So you could use the Google keyword tool as a way of doing some research. And the thing here, the reason you need to start by understanding what people are searching for is you need to then use those keywords throughout your profile. So in every section of your profile, wherever possible, use those keywords. But don't keyword stuff. It's about using it professionally. And you specifically want to use them in these 4 main sections, which is your headline, your current experience, your previous experience, and your summary. So work out what your keywords are and then use those keywords throughout the profile as you build it. So let's start talking about some of them. First of all, your headline. Your headline is what's going to create the first impression for someone landing on your profile. So you've got to make sure it's a positive reflection of you. The other thing they're going to see in line with the headline is your picture. So you need a nice, smiley, professional headshot. Ideally a plain background. This is not Facebook, so you don't want any joint pictures with your spouse or your son or daughter. No full body shots. Definitely no logos. So make sure the picture looks professional and you're smiling. And just talking a little bit more about the headline before we look at some examples. The headline is literally the primary search field. It's the most important field on your whole of your LinkedIn profile. So you want to create a headline which is going to showcase your expertise clearly and specifically. And this is all about thinking about what your target audience are looking for. So use keywords that your customers are searching and then write a headline that speaks to them. And here is a great example. This one here is really good. I mean, obviously it's a lovely picture. The lady is smiling. It's got a great compelling headline. Systematic sales strategies, sales training and coaching for businesses who want to increase their income and sales. You know, who doesn't want to increase their income and sales? So that's a great headline. So I've now got problems with my PC. Excuse that. Here's some other examples. And while you're looking at these, think of the fact that your headline is going to equal your chosen keywords plus attention-grabbing statements. And I've brought out a mixture of different ones just to show you how good or bad some of them can be. Now and I've taken the names out to protect the innocence. The one on the left-hand side, the guy, his picture is way too small. He's not using the maximum space that LinkedIn allows. And he's on the way to doing a headline. It's a little bit confused with his opening words, speakers and consultants, because he's talking about who he's looking for, not what he does. But the next bit, I can increase your profits by 300% without trading time for dollars and cut your traveling. That's quite powerful. Now the lady on the right, great profile picture, but you don't want to use the word founder or owner in your headline. You've only got 120 characters, and I've seen some people on the call tonight who I know have got founder or owner in their headline. You're wasting real estate. Those 120 characters are what's going to help get you found. So you can't waste them. You can't waste them on meaningless words. You definitely don't want your website address or your company name in your headline. That can be used elsewhere. So this lady has wasted a lot of space, but she's then got high impact training and mentoring for women on a mission. So she's beginning to sell her story about who she's trying to attract. Here are some other examples, good and bad. I'm trying to give you some contrast. The guy on the top, great smiling picture, so that looks good and inviting. He's on the way to a good headline. He's a simplifier. He's a web designer. I'd probably have web designer first, but he's really trying to say that he simplifies things. And if you read his profile, he's got some good points in his profile, but he just needs to work a little bit more on that headline. The young guy, a very Spartan headline. So that's where he's not making use of all of his headline. Now the next one, this lady's got, all she's got is owner creative creation, so completely wasting her headline. Now you wouldn't know that from here, but I think this is actually a spoof. I think this is a spam profile, and that comes with experience, because when you start to look at this profile, she's got very little information in it. Even though she's got 500 plus connections, she's got limited information. So there are people out there who have false profiles, which is obviously against LinkedIn's profile rules, and they're just trying to spam people. and I think that is one of them. Now here's a couple of other good examples. The top guy, again, he's not maximising his use of his profile picture. He's just got a fairly standard headline, realtor, real estate agent. So he's saying what he is. The lady below, as a realtor, everything I touch turns to sold. I mean, that is pretty powerful. Couple more, and this is about trying to make the difference between a good profile and a great profile. Both have got good pictures. The top guy is a business coach, marketing consultant. So he's got lots of keywords up there, the different roles he's effectively involved in, but he hasn't necessarily put it into a compelling headline. But the second guy, although it still needs a little bit of work, helping healthcare private practice clinic owners, bit of a mouthful, but to get more clients, make more profits, enjoy more time off. So that's a compelling headline. You know, he's showing you how to get more clients, how to make more money, how to enjoy more time off in your business. So that's quite compelling, I feel. Now you can spruce up your profile, make it stand out by using various symbols called Unicode symbols, which you can literally just copy and paste into your profile. And these are particularly useful for your call to action. So I would encourage you to use them in your call to action. You've got various character fields allowed throughout. So for instance, your headline is limited to 120 characters. The summary is a key area. You've got 2,000 characters, and I'll take you through that in a moment. Your various positions, you have title, so you've got a limit of 100 characters, and for the position themselves, you've got 2,000 characters. And there's lots of other fields, such as interests, where you can put your keywords into. Just talking about work experience for a second, then we'll look at one of these in detail. You've got 100 characters for the title, as I've said, and 2,000 for the description. Now, it's important that you complete these sections fully, but also you include your keywords both in the title and within the description. The other thing about your profile, you should write in the first person. You know, I do this. This is what I do for my clients. Don't talk, you know, Graham Hoppett did this. This is not a PR press release type thing. This is you. This is you talking. So you need to write from the first person. And write about specifically what you've achieved for your customers. And make sure you've got a clear, compelling action within there. So here's just an example for one that I put in somewhere. Do you want more personally and professionally, but don't know where to start? I guarantee you will have the best 12 months of your life personally and professionally. So quite a powerful statement. Visit mymechanicsofsuccess.com for a free webinar. So whatever you're doing, put in a powerful call to action. Oops. And the same for your work experience, same as the other sections. Put in keywords and put in as much detailed call to actions throughout. Now the summary, last bit of text before we look at some examples here. The summary is a key area. This is not your resume or bio. This is where you expand on the 120 characters that you put in your headline. So you've got the opportunity to specifically tell your target market what you can do for them. Again, you write in the first person, you use a compelling call to action, you use those symbols to draw out the profile, make it more alive, and you use your keywords throughout. And you want to maximize it by utilizing every one of those 2,000 characters. If you've got less than 2,000 characters, you're missing out on an opportunity to optimize your profile in the search results, both within LinkedIn and in Google. One of my mentors showed me a system for creating a very compelling credibility statement, and that was to write about specific things. First of all, I'm reiterating again, write in the first person. I I'm saying that quite a lot because I've seen so many people who don't do it. You need to a powerful opening sentence in your summary, and then you need to showcase the type of work you do, and specifically show the results that your product or service achieves. You know, why do people want your product? What are the results that it gets? And if you've got a client list, put some of your clients, because that shows the quality of work you do. But make sure you've got a compelling call to action, and make sure people know how they can contact you. And you can also make your profile stand out more by having multimedia. You can have videos, slide shares, PDF reports, anything to make it stand out from the crowd. Also use keywords within your endorsements and recommendations. In the endorsement section is really a LinkedIn sponsored initiative, i.e. they are suggesting that you endorse people. But you can keyword optimize those titles. You can set up the categories for those endorsements. And when you go out and ask for recommendations, if you can get keywords within the recommendations, even better, because that will help your profile. The last thing on the summary is there's a settings section which I've highlighted in red here. It's an option of the main menu, and the section you need to look at is privacy and settings. Now, there's so much to go through there, far more we can go through tonight, so I'm just sort of highlighting. You need to go and look in that section, because within there you can determine whether, for instance, you show your connections to other people. Some people like to, some people don't like to, but it's a section you must take some time to look at. Now, in summary, you need to complete all sections of your profile 100% and some. And as a bare minimum, I'm recommending that you should have an all-star LinkedIn rating as a bare minimum. If you haven't got an all-star rating, then you still need to go back and do some work. But even when you get there, it doesn't mean you've finished. You should really look about optimizing it with proper keywords.